Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about Israel Adesanya, former middleweight champion, and his recent comments ahead of his UFC return, which I believe UFC 305 against Dricus, the current middleweight champion. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. In a recent statement that Israel Adesanya made, he claims that he's no longer coming for belts. Rather, this time around, he is coming for heads. There are so many different ways of breaking down these statements. One might think that this is an emotional Israel Adesanya that wants to avenge his last loss against Strickland and reclaim that title, and he doesn't want to put his focus directly on the title, rather on the opponent before the title, which kind of makes sense. But there is another way of looking at this. When you look at fighters, before you look at the fighter and his skills, you have to look at the character and the mindset of said fighter. My personal opinion, and I don't think it's much of a personal opinion, I think it's much of a fact rather than an opinion, in all honesty. But if you look back at all great champions, you will be able to draw correlations between the bunch. And perhaps the number one thing that brings all of the iconic champions, let's say in the world of UFC, what brings all of these characters together is mindset. Mindset accompanied with blind self-belief and the skills to back that belief up. Israel Adesanya possesses all three elements. Not only that, he possesses a mindset that is laser focused when he decides to be. I believe that Adesanya is the kind of person that gets provoked when you tell him that you can't do said thing, or when you bring him a true challenge, which is the situation that he's in right now. He came back to defeat Alex Pereira, a fighter that I believe beat Adesanya 3 times. If I'm not mistaken, the two faced each other 4 times. Izzy was able to knock out Alex Pereira in their second fight in the UFC and their 4th fight in total. Alex Pereira is the light heavyweight champion, former middleweight champion in the UFC specifically. He did that in the shortest amount of time, and the guy might go on to conquer a 3rd division, something that's never been done before. Israel Adesanya knocked Alex Pereira out. I'm going to let this sink in, because I think sometimes people tend to forget the true qualities of Israel Adesanya, the last style bender. The guy is an exceptional figure in and outside of the octagon. He is a character. And I said it moments ago. Izzy is the kind of guy that loves challenges. And the situation that he's in right now is a challenging one. Nonetheless, he has a huge task ahead of him in the form of Dricus for that middleweight champion. But according to Izzy, he's not focused on the title. He is focused on the fighters, which is a scary statement if I were to be Izzy's opponent. When Stylebender is in his mood, there is nobody on that roster that can truly stand toe-to-toe with Israel Adesanya. And I really hope for Izzy to end his career on a high note. Now, we have the UFC 305. I think it's going to be UFC 305 where Izzy faces Dricus for that middleweight title. If Izzy beats Dricus, which I know I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, and he goes on to face Sean Strickland for that rematch, and let's say he beats Strickland, like I said, I know I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let's say a year from now, Alex Pereira is still the light heavyweight champion, then I would not put it past Izzy to go up in weight, to face the guy that he already faced 4 times, but the 5th time would be for the light heavyweight title. Or perhaps even the heavyweight title. Who knows? Year and a half from now, Alex Pereira might be the next heavyweight champion. I do understand that John Jones is still there. I do understand that Curtis Blaze, has Aspinall to deal with, and those two are probably both title contenders. I do understand that Stipe Miocic is still in the picture. But we have a guy named Alex Pereira who is probably inevitably coming for that heavyweight title. And Izzy, if everything goes to plan, might end his career at the very top of the mountain. This is all speculations as of now, but I believe in Izzy and his ability to recapture titles. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.